this September the 10th Picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you use the code MLB SGPN. Welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Tuesday, the 9th of September. We are here to handicap a full card of action for Wednesday, September the 10th. Joining me this evening from somewhere in New York is Mr. Dylan Rockford. D-Rock, how the hell are you? You're on mute, aren't you? Come on, D-Rock. Big effort.
Wow. Damn. I was talking to myself. I'm doing good. Just scratching my head. I reached out to you this morning, and Forrest, man, they're not doing good, honestly. They let my boy Nuno go after he doubled their points, got them into Europa. It was a dream season. He righted the ship, and then they kicked him to the curb.
Yeah, mate. If anyone doesn't know what Dylan's on about, Nottingham Forest, Dylan's Premier League team. The owner is this big fat Greek lunatic. He's just an absolute crook. He's a villain. He's a criminal. Like, he's just a big, mad, lunatic criminal, larger than life character. And he has fallen out with Nuno, much like he falls out with absolutely everybody. So they've sacked Nuno and they've appointed Ange Postecoglou, the Greek Australian who completely turned Tottenham into a shit show last season. The problem you've got, Dylan, now you might not understand this. The way Ange plays and the personnel that Forest have got are miles apart from each other. He hasn't got the people to play how he wants to play, and it is not going to end well, mate. No, it is absolutely not going to end well.
It doesn't sound like it is. I mean, he had a disaster Premier League season, which you just mentioned, with arguably a better team on paper. He was bottom of the table. He was sacked after 2 years. Yes, he won the Europa League, but he's 65 compared to 38 points. That's wild to me. So I don't understand it. I don't really know how he plays. I was just looking at numbers and how he's coached, but yeah, this doesn't look good. And he looks kind of like a prick, if I'm being honest.
I don't mind him because he's Australian. I'm quite fond of Australians. They have like this attitude. They just don't give a fuck, do they? I was watching some little clip of a bloke who'd been attacked by a crocodile, and he was telling the story, and he just didn't care. He was laughing about it. His mate came to rescue him. His mate started laugh saying, "Oh, mate, it's bitten your dick off." And they were just laughing at the fact that this crocodile, whilst he was still fighting the crocodile, had bitten his dick off. And that sort of Australian attitude is quite amusing to me. And I just kind of got that. He just doesn't really care. Yeah. So he talks a good game. However, the personnel he's got isn't equipped to play the mad system that he plays. So,
under 2.5 years he lasts.
Under. And he's quite a strong personality, Ange. And the Marinakis, the owner, as we've said, is a really strong personality. They will 100% clash. There'll be absolute chaos there. So there you go.
Did Nuno have a buyout? Did they have to buy him out or no?
They will have, yeah. They'll have had to pay up the rest of his contract.
Where do you think he'll go now?
Well, he'll be very much in demand, I think. There'll be a lot of Premier League teams who will now be looking at their manager thinking, we can do better than that. Yeah. West Ham might be an option, I think. Possibly Wolves could be another one. He came from Wolves originally, so he might go back to Wolves. So, yeah, there's definitely a few options for Nuno. So I'll ask you a question now then, Dylan.
Yeah.
Have the Phillies put the Mets to bed in the last couple of days? Yeah. They're just holding them at arm's length, aren't they?
Yeah, it's over. I mean, 8 games back now. We're just holding on basically to a wild card spot, if anything. So Jose Siri's been activated finally since I think he missed like 5-6, basically the whole season. So it's good that he's activated. I'm not really worried about the Reds. Who I'm worried about right now is San Francisco. They've actually been playing really good. They're 7-3 in their last 10, and they're only 3 games behind the Mets right now. So, yeah, it's over for the Mets. They just got to get in though. I feel like if they get into the playoffs, anything could happen. Brewers really haven't proven themselves. We saw last year. Philly, yes, they're good, but they're missing pitching with Zach Wheeler. Los Angeles is a shell of themselves, if I'm being honest. Cubs offensively have kind of cooled down. So I think if they get in, it could be anybody's game. They just have to get in right now.
Yeah, there's no real standout team, is there, at the moment? You can see one team getting hot and making a little run through the playoffs. You just got to time it right. Your pick just completely frozen, Dylan. I can hear you perfectly.
I know. It's the fucking camera. Let's bypass that shit.
Okay. Well, everyone's going to have to look at me for the next 40 minutes or so. That'll be a treat. 25% everything in the merch store. Promo code is football. Make sure to check out some MLB Gambling Podcast merch. We're going to start Wednesday, September the 10th. Lots of matinee baseball here for me. Lots of baseball. 2:35 Eastern first pitch. The Milwaukee Brewers at the Texas Rangers. It is fastball Freddie Peralta who will take on Merrill Kelly of the Rangers. Plus 110. The Rangers. The Brewers are minus 130 favourites, and the total is sitting at 7.5. I just think I've got no intention of fading Peralta. We talked about him on the show last week, myself and Lonte. His scoreless streak is at 28 and change. It's 28 innings over his last 5 starts, plus whatever he threw since the run in the start before. So 28 plus. Only 5 innings last time. I did mention that the Brewers, with one eye on the playoffs, have started to manage his workload, which I don't mind. It's sensible. So he's kind of going 5 innings every time. 5 innings last time against Philly. He hasn't given up over 2 hits in his last 4 starts. So it's not even like he's getting lucky. You just can't hit him. People can't get on base at all. But Merrill Kelly's been very good as well. 3 of his last 4 starts have gone under. He's going good length into games, Merrill Kelly. And I think it's safe to trust both pitchers in this situation over a side. I thought the side was tricky, but I do like both pitchers. I'm going to keep it short, though. I'll take a first 5 under, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Brewers here. I really wanted to take the Rangers, if I'm being honest. And my numbers did make them a minus 105 favorite. How do we not back Freddie Peralta in this spot? He hasn't allowed a single run in his last 28 innings. He's been one of the best pitchers in the league for the last, month or so. The Brewers have won his last 6 road starts. The last time the Brewers lost a road start for Freddie Peralta was June 3rd. So I know the Brewers lost game 1 of this series, but I think Wednesday, honestly, is a really good spot for this offense to get back on track. So I'm going to take the Brewers here despite my numbers. I agree on the under, though. My total made a 7.3. I do think Merrill Kelly has been good as well. So I think a low-scoring Brewers win. That's how I would kind of play this game.
We've got a handful of games off the board for Wednesday here. The first of which is the 3:35 Eastern first pitch between the Boston Red Sox and the Athletics. Boston are officially TBD. I've seen Peyton Tolley listed all day. Yeah. Dylan agrees. The Athletics will throw Mason Barnett. No lines on this one. 2 rookie pitchers, Dylan, who we like to find an angle on. What was your angle on this one?
Yeah, I did see Peyton Tolley as well. I made the Red Sox a minus 140 favorite here. I know the kid struggled in his last start versus the Snakes, but I'm hoping he could bounce back here. I know the A's could score runs at home, but the offense has kind of cooled down the past 2 games. Meanwhile, Boston, complete opposite. They've scored 7 runs in back-to-back starts. Now facing Mason, who he's given up 4+ runs in back-to-back starts first the Halos and the Rangers, and the Red Sox are better than both of those lineups. So I think the Red Sox here are the play. I also like their team total over. I'm just going to fade Mason Barnett.
Yeah, I fancied runs in this. Boston still hanging around, only 3 games back. Boston are another team. We just talked about the Mets. If you get in and you get hot. Garrett Crochet was lights out on Monday night. But I do fancy Boston. I might have a little look at some outright prices on the Red Sox here. Tolly didn't last long last time against the Diamondbacks. 3 innings, 5 earned runs. That game finished a 10-5 loss. This doesn't look any easier than that start. Mason Barnett, 2 starts, 9 innings, 9 earned runs given up. Walked 5 last time at the Angels. I do like how Boston have been approaching the play recently. Aggressive, early and aggressive, the Boston Red Sox. But I do like the A's offense. Very capable of getting involved as well, especially against Tolly. So haven't seen a line. I'm guessing it'll be 9.5, maybe 9. But we can see some runs here. That last game Barnett played finished 10-4. So yeah, we're taking over in this one.
So I see lines actually. I see lines actually right now. Minus 134 for Boston, plus 115 for the Athletics. Totals at 10.5.
Oh, 10.5, the bastards. They were waiting. They'd be waiting for me to say that, Dylan.
Yeah.
Right, we'll say someone wins 7-5. That's all right. That's 12 runs. Have you seen the movie Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, Dylan?
No, but I know who Austin Powers is.
Oh, okay. It's just come on my TV now. It's absolute classic slapstick humor. Even just watching it now without the sound on, it's making me giggle. I don't know what's quite going on, but it's all good stuff. So if I seem distracted, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Austin Powers. 3:45 Eastern. Arizona Diamondbacks, San Francisco Giants. Left-handed pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks. Carson Seymour will go for San Francisco. Quite a few new names on this card tonight. We get this every September. I love it. Tight on the books. Minus 105, the Diamondbacks. Minus 115, the Giants, with a total of 8.5. Back-to-back good starts for Erod against the Red Sox and the Dodgers, 2 of the high offenses. He's still a bit volatile. It's difficult to trust him. Hopefully, he can continue a sequence here. Seymour has 12 appearances for the Giants, but only 2 starts. They have kind of transitioned him out of the bullpen. But he did get up to 5 innings last time and pitched okay, so we'll be hoping to follow up here. His only home start previously against Baltimore didn't go well. So I think even if Erod gives up a few, I think Arizona can outscore San Francisco here. I fancy some runs, but I'm going to take the D-backs on the money line at minus 105.
Yeah, I really don't want to back either side in this one. I know we like to fade Erod on the road, and to be honest, Carson Seymour, I don't think he's good either. My total came out to 8.7, maybe a first 5 over. Batters are hitting over 300 off of Erod on the road. Now he has, you mentioned he has been better his last 2 starts, but 6 of his last 7 starts have ended in double digits. So we do see a lot of runs in this game. I don't think Erod is that good. The bullpen is terrible. They have a good offense. They're averaging just under 5 runs per game. And to be honest, I mentioned the Giants earlier in this show. I know they haven't been known for their offense this year, but recently the offense has picked up. They're averaging around 6.8 runs per game in their last 5. Winds will be blowing out towards center field tomorrow afternoon in San Francisco. The ball loves to travel in the Bay Area. So, yeah, I think we'll see some runs here. I really don't care who wins. Hopefully the D-backs win because we don't want the Giants to sneak into the playoffs. But, yeah, I think we'll see some runs. Give me the over.
Yeah, it's a bit of a myth about the Giants' big park sort of containing, being pitcher-friendly. I think it probably used to be a thing, but certainly not as much anymore. MyBookie.ag is one of our favourite sponsors here. It's your place to bet on football and everything else. The prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Great motto. Crypto payouts are lightning fast. Head to mybookie.ag for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. And Rhythm are fully hyped up for NFL. Rhythm was excellent last year. ATS, excellent on player props as well. Allen, Mayfield, Tyreek Hill props, all profitable. MLB, WNBA, golf, college football. You can win money by topping the leaderboard for tracking your bets over there, up to $1,000. 7-day free trial is at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. D-Rock, did you enjoy watching the New York Jets at the weekend?
I actually did. There were some positive things to look forward to. I mean, we put up 32 points. No, we still lost, but better than last year.
Fucking hell. That is the most positive I've ever heard you sound about anything.
Yeah.
Especially in the face of defeat. Basically, I was just needling you then to try and get a little rant out of you.
I know. I know what you were doing. This is growth.
It is actually. Well done.
Yeah.
6 years it took, Dylan, for you to not bite. I'm going to have to find another angle. Find another weak spot, a kryptonite for you. Bollocks. 4:07 Eastern. The Minnesota Twins at the LA Angels. Taj Bradley for the Twins. Jose Soriano for the Angels. -140. The Halos. +120 the Twins. Total D-Rock is 9.
Yeah, this is another one where those games, I want nothing to do with this side. It's another over for me. Give me the over 8. I see 8.5. So it's a little chalky at -120, but my total came out to a flat 9. Two bad pitchers. Ever since coming over from Tampa, I feel like Taj Bradley's been awful. 4+ runs given up in 2 of his 3 starts. On the other side, Jose Soriano, he's great on the road. On the road, you can back him. Surprisingly, at home, he's been terrible. 5.90 ERA. He just got smoked in his last start versus the A's. 15 total runs given up at home in the last 12 innings. Yeah, I just don't see how we're not going to see the runs here. I can't back him or this bullpen. I don't want to back either side, to be honest. My numbers did make the Angels a -125 favorite, but I see -137. I see -140s out there. I feel like that's too big of a price. Really don't want to back Minnesota either, but 8.5, yeah, I'll take the over in this one.
Yeah, I've got a very similar handicap, Dylan, with a slightly different pick. I can't bet Bradley. It just seems to, like you said, since he went to Minnesota, seems to be symptomatic, really, of the malaise that surrounds the Twins, because they've just been so bang average, and then they've kind of given up. And then Bradley's just turned up and gone, yeah, I'll join in with the giving up thing. It's just been rubbish, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
So it has.
Uninspiring completely. 4 more earned runs from him at the White Sox last time out. He's not going much length. His August and September ERA is above 7. But Soriano did completely blow up against the A's last time out. His game lob is entirely unpredictable. So I found the safest play here was just to fade Bradley, take the LA Angels team total. So similar handicap, but just a different angle in. I did want to mention Joe Adell, actually, for the Angels, because he's been absolutely smoking hot. Joe Adell was kind of a talking horse 3 years ago as a rookie, and then became a little bit of a laughingstock about how he hadn't trained on. He was up and down like a bride's nightie to AAA. And all of a sudden, he's been great. What's he got? Last 4 or 5 average.
Home runs.
Yeah. How many games? Last 7 games. 4 or 5 average, 5 homers, 12 RBIs. Yeah, up to 35. So, yeah, props to Joe Adell. He certainly could get to Taj Bradley in this spot.
Yeah, he's been on fire lately in the month of September. He's been on fire. Especially with Tyler Ward being gone, too.
Logan O'Hoppe went to the IL, actually, I noticed today, with a concussion. So we'll see what's going on there. Eli joined us early on in the chat. Eli has been joined by Gio. Gio, welcome along. Nice to have you with us. Quiet in the chat tonight. Is everyone doing football stuff? I don't know what's going on Tuesday, but there's not many people kicking around. If you are kicking around, by all means, say hello. Next up, we will go. It's Paul Skeens Day. Yeah, I did Paul Skeens Day with Lonte last week. Paul Skeens will take on Tyler Wells of the Baltimore Orioles. This is a 6:35 Eastern first pitch. Skeens and the Pirates -140. Wells in the Orioles +120. And the total is at 7.5. And
yeah, another total for me. Give me the under 7.5. My total came out to 7.1. Skeens has looked good in his last 3 starts after that little hump in the road. Only 1 run given up in his last 19 innings. The under is 9-6 in his 15 road starts this season. And I feel like Tyler Wells looked good in his first start. Only 2 runs given up in 5 innings. He got a lot of ground balls as well, which is a good sign. Orioles really haven't been playing in a lot of high-scoring games either. The last 3 games have gone under this number. Pirates, after they were on fire, they're like 7-3, 8-2 in their last 10. Last 3 games, they've kind of cooled off as well. 2 good pitchers. We also have winds blowing in Baltimore as well tomorrow evening. So I think we see a low-scoring game. I think Pirates should be the favorite. I made them a minus 155 favorite, so minus 140 I don't mind. I think Pirates win 4-1, 4-2, but I'll take the under 7.5.
Yeah, similar. Same handicap, slightly different pick again. Yeah, right. Pittsburgh offense for a little spell was averaging a couple of weeks ago up over 6 runs per game, but has had to level off and has done. Took Skeens against the Dodgers last week. 6 scoreless, 8 strikeouts, got the win. However, the price is going to be much shorter this time around. But Tyler Wells, 1 start back from a long-term IL stint. He did okay at the Padres, and I think he can back it up here while Skeens shoves in the other half of the box score. Wells, career 104 whip. So generally, even I know he's just coming back from injury, but he's a reliable pitcher anyway. The Orioles bullpen isn't great, so Pittsburgh might just need 2 or 3 runs to win this. So I think Pittsburgh are probably worthy favourites. But I'm going to take a first 5 under. I think Wells can keep them relatively quiet here. 6:40 Eastern first pitch is the Kansas City Royals at the Cleveland Guardians. Kansas City officially TBD, but I've seen Michael Wacha listed, and I'm seeing lines as well. So I think we can be confident that it is Wacha. It will be Logan Allen who takes the start, left-handed pitcher for the Guardians, and this is tight on the books. Minus 115 Wacha in the Royals. The Guardians are minus 105 with a total of 8. Cleveland have bounced back a little bit. 4-game winning streak. Averaged, what does that say? I can't even read my own writing, Dave.
That's when you know it's bad.
I'm going to have to get me specs. You know, you were laughing at me wearing me specs last week. But I'm trying to watch Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, but I can't watch the telly. And hang on a minute. Let's have a look.
You want me to go first?
No, yeah. I'm going to. All right, I read it now. What it says is 4-game winning streak. They've only allowed 6 runs, Dylan. I was reading it as they've only averaged 6 runs.
Do you write script?
Yeah.
Nice. I write script too.
Oh, do you?
It's a shame. Yeah, the new generation can't write script.
I'm very, very analog. Kramer likes to laugh at just how... I think that's his polite way of saying I'm old and a bit of a dinosaur. Do you type it out or do you write it out with a pen?
So I was one of when I went to college, everyone had laptops taking notes. I retain information more when I write it. So I was one of the older. I swear, I was fucking born in the wrong generation. I should have been born in the 20s.
Mate, you would not believe the paperwork I get through doing this show and the baseball show. I've got this book. This is right in front of me now. This little yellow book completely full.
I love it.
I've got this pink book entirely full. I've got this entirely full.
I'm gonna bring my notebook next show for you.
I mean, my carbon footprint is absolutely gigantic. Throwing them all away. What are we talking about? Cleveland, yes. So Michael Wacha, fairly steady. A run of 4 unders. I've lost my pen now. Logan Allen has dropped off slightly. I think maybe starting to tire a little bit, Logan Allen. The 144 whip is an issue. Now, Cleveland leapfrogged the Royals in the standings by winning last night and in the wildcard race. So this is quite a pivotal series. Cleveland also lead the season series against the Royals 6-4. And I think they can press their advantage at home here. I've just got a feeling that Cleveland can... they've got a little bit of momentum already, that 4-game winning streak. I think they can keep it going. So I'm going to take the Guardians here at minus 105, Dylan.
Yeah, I felt like this was actually a harder game to handicap, in my opinion. I only made the Guardians a minus 115 favorite, but I don't know. I really just don't trust Logan Allen. Honestly, I don't trust both pitchers. I don't think Michael Wacha is good, especially on the road. Probably won't bet this game, but if anything, I lean over. My total came out to 8.3. We saw the Guardians offense get going in game 1 of this series. I do think they are the better team. I think they'll be able to score 3-4 runs off of Michael Wacha, and I also think the Royals will be able to get to Allen. He's given up 2+ runs in 4 of the last 5 games as well. So, what I think Scott says it right. Both of them get 4 runs, we're guaranteed an over. So, I see something along those lines. But gonna fade both of these pitchers. I really don't care who wins, if I'm being honest.
Oh, fair enough. Found my pen. 6:40 Eastern. Between the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. Jake Irvin for the Nationals. Yuri Perez for the Marlins. Plus 135 Washington. Minus 160 Miami. And the total here is at 8.5, Dylan.
Yeah, I feel like I keep taking totals today, but I can't lay a minus 160 with the fish right now. I just can't. No. They stink. Nationals are actually playing decent baseball. You got to admit, they've won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two. I don't trust either pitcher. Jake Irving, he's not good. He has over a 6 ERA on the road. He's given up 3+ runs in 7 straight games. And I know Yuri Perez is good, and at home is really where you want to back him. But I just haven't liked what I've seen out of him the last few games. The Nationals just rocked him in his last start. And he's another guy. He'll give up 2+ runs. He's given up 2+ runs in 5 of his last 6 games. So I'll fade both of these pitchers. My total came out to 8.9. I feel like the over went the sky. We've gotten to the 20s yesterday in that game. So going to fade both of these pitchers. I don't like either bullpen as well. So, yeah, I'll happily take another over.
Yeah, I backed the over in last night's game and sat in bed with my cup of coffee this morning and was absolutely delighted to watch the ball fly into the upper deck every 30 seconds. So that was nice to wake up to a winner. Irvin is unbackable currently. 26 earned runs in his last 5 starts. 4 consecutive defeats by an aggregate score of 27-9. But Perez has dropped away too. He suddenly just completely lost it. 12 earned runs in 4 2/3 in his last 2 starts, including a 10-5 loss at Washington back on September the 3rd. We saw tons of runs last night, as you point out. We know Washington's offense is dead streaky. Josh Bell was just hitting everything all over the park last night. Dylan Cruz, James Wood. Wouldn't surprise me to see any of them. At the price, I'm going to take the over with you, Dylan. I'll take the over 8.5 as my main play. But I haven't seen these prices. If you gave me a tenner, I would have to put it on the Nationals as well. Plus 135. You can't take the Marlins at this price, D-Rock. You're absolutely correct. We'll move on to Underdog, the place to play Fantasy Pick'em. You can win up to 500 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favourite player stats. Underdog is a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. Use the code SGPN. In fact, MLB SGPN to sign up there. And we've got a new sponsor here. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig is an exchange. So you know you're getting some of the best prices in the market. 35 states minimum it is available in. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5. If you use our promo code SGPN, get in on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. 6:45 Eastern is your New York Mets at the Philadelphia Phillies. Clay Holmes goes for the Mets. The Phillies will throw left-hander Christopher Sanchez and are minus 165 favourites. Mets plus 140 with a total of 8. 3-game losing streak now for the New York Mets has got them 8 games back of the Phillies. The Phillies do just seem to be keeping them at arm's length and have done for a period of time now. Clay Holmes is steady Eddie, but you just can't trust his offense to score him enough runs. Sanchez, back-to-back 7 innings, 1 earned run starts for him. And I think Philly, you've got the Mets exactly where they want him. They got good length from Aaron Nola on Monday, so I think the bullpen will still be relatively fresh. I just think we see a similar game script here. The Mets are fairly average against lefties, 17th in the league in OPS against left-handed pitching. Now, I made my pick, and my pick was Phillies money line. Now, we don't often go higher than minus 150, and I'm saying minus 165 here. So I might have to shop around for a fancier price. But I've got nothing else other than just Philly to win the game, D-Rock.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Phillies are the right side. I don't want to lay a minus 160. I only made them a minus 155 favorite, but I kind of like the under 8.5. Well, I see eights out there. Even an eight, I like. My total came out to 7.8. Christopher Sanchez has been remarkable for the Phillies this year, especially at home. Perfect. 5-0 straight up, 228 ERA. Batters only hitting 212 off of him in Philly. He's only given up more than 2 runs at home one time, and that was back in April. Mets, you mentioned the against lefties. They're not the best against lefties. They're only hitting 242 on the road. I just don't see how anyone could trust the Mets offense right now. It should be a cooler evening. Winds will be blowing in Philadelphia as well. I think the Phillies win like 4-1. They won 1-0 yesterday. I just think we see a low scoring game. So I'll take the under.
Yeah, Pete Alonso's running out of time to win me all that money for RBI leader. I think he's 7 behind Kyle Schwarber. So he's not out of it. He needs one big night. Kyle Schwarber had that 6 RBI game a couple of weeks ago. Did he hit 4 home runs or something ridiculous? And that's the difference. I need Alonso to get one. I need to wake up one morning and see the Mets have won 22-4 against someone who've thrown position players. And Pete Alonso's got 8 ribbies to get myself back in it. So we're not out of it, but I do with Alonso.
I'll say this, though. I think one positive, and this is very strange. I'm continuing to try to be positive here. Juan Soto's definitely played himself into the MVP race. Now, he's definitely not going to win, but he has a shot. I mean, he's been incredible this past month or two.
He very much could carry the New York Mets through the playoffs, D-Rock. That's the sort of player that can get hot and carry them through. I agree with you. 7:05 Eastern is the Detroit Tigers at the New York Yankees. Jack Flaherty for the Tigers. The Yankees will throw left-handed pitcher Carlos Rodon. Yankees are minus 170 favourites. Detroit plus 145 total. Dylan, 8.5.
Yeah, I like the Yankees here at home. I don't mind Carlos Rodon. I think he's much better at home this year. He's only allowed more than 2 runs one time in his last 7 starts. And the Yankees have won his last 5 starts. And 4 of those 5, the Yankees have covered the run line as well. And Jack Flaherty is just one of those guys. He's just so inconsistent, up and down, especially on the road for Detroit. He just got rocked by Chicago, the White Sox. And the Tigers aren't playing the best baseball right now, under 500 in their last 10 games. Yankees are the better team, especially at home. Offense is rolling right now. I just don't see how they could compete offensively right now. So, yeah, I'll take the Yankees. I think they're the right side.
Yeah, this is a bit like the Phillies because the price is too short, but they are the pick. So I'm not thrilled. Maybe we can parlay the Phillies and the Yankees into a winner. Back to back. They're back to within 2 games of the Blue Jays now. The Yankees. Jack Flaherty's been inconsistent. He is alternating good start, bad start, which is helpful for us, and he's due a good one. But he hasn't been very good on the road, 5.64 ERA, and Rodon has been absolutely rock solid. Run of wins now stretched to 6 at Houston last time. He's got a 9-3 home record. Detroit are good against left-handed pitching, so they're not without hope here. Second OPS against lefties, not without hope, but Flaherty concerns me on the road, and Rodon's been solid. So yeah, I'll take the New York Yankees too. Keon has joined us in the chat. I nearly said Keon Coleman. Was Keon Coleman a running back? Have I imagined that?
No, Keon Coleman's a wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. So you must be stuck in my head. I watched too much football this weekend because I wanted to call Keon Coleman. Right, there you go. Keon, welcome along. We will go to the Houston Astros at the Toronto Blue Jays, 7:07 Eastern first pitch, where Jason Alexander goes for the Astros. And right. This is off the board, and this is why I have got Shane Bieber written on my piece of paper, and it turns out it is now Jose Barrios. So we've got a pitching change. Did you see that change at all, Dylan?
I thought Jose Barrios was pitching today.
Well, the game's off the board, and I'm seeing Barrios.
So today Shane Bieber's going. They switched it, and Jose Barrios is going tomorrow. Yes.
So that'll be why the books will be pricing this up, I imagine, as we speak. Jason Alexander, I know you're not hugely keen on him. I don't mind him. He's quite an even performer. 3-3, 2-2 earned runs in his last 4 starts. He's got a long list of W's next to his name in his game log, 7. He's fine on the road, a sub-4 ERA as well. Just having a look at Berrios's game log now. I mean, again, steady away, actually. He's got one bad start in there against Texas, but a dodgy start against Cincinnati, actually. So, yeah, it's slightly more volatile than you'd think. At home, Berrios is not as good. To be fair, the lines aren't dissimilar from Bieber's. I was going to take Houston because I thought Bieber looked vulnerable in this spot, and I quite like Alexander. Looking at Berrios as well, I just feel the same. I think Jose Berrios is slightly vulnerable, and I don't mind Alexander in the Astros. The Astros flash power in streaks rather than the Blue Jays, who have a more consistent offense. So I'll take the Houston Astros to have an up day with the bat, and I think they can win this one. I'm guessing they'll be underdogs as well, I think, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm looking at lines right now. They just came out. Minus 130 for the Blue Jays, plus 110 for the Astros. Total is at 8.5. I feel like the total is spot on. I don't know. I thought it was going to be Shane Bieber, but I don't mind Jose Berrios, honestly, at home. I get it. I know Jason Alexander is good on the road, but I feel like I just trust the offense more for Toronto here. So I probably would take Jose Berrios. I know they've lost 2 in a row. Talking about teams that have kind of cooled down, Toronto's a team that's kind of cooled down, and they're in no position to. They got 2 teams on their ass right now. Yeah, but I probably would take Toronto. Minus 130 is a very fair price at home. Yeah, that's all I really got, if I'm being honest. I didn't have much.
Okay. Next up, 7:15 Eastern first pitch. Off the board again. Chicago Cubs at the Atlanta Braves. Cubs TBD. I think it's Javier Assad, who will take on left-handed pitcher Chris Sale for the Braves. I like Assad, but not as sharp in his last 2 starts. The Cubs have been winning his games. They've won 4 in a row. But it's hard to get away from Sale here. He's just been top class. He's held Seattle, the Phillies, and the Mets, and the Brewers, in fact, to 1 earned run or fewer. He's sitting with a 2.38 ERA. Ozzie Albies, I felt, was worthy of a mention. He's been red hot, 3.85 batting average in his last 6 games. Similar to the Yankees with Rodon and the Phillies with Sanchez, I think the Braves with Sale is another good home spot. D-Rock, we might have to get a little parlay going.
It's going to be Jameson Taillon. He is making his return for the Cubs. Mal, you know I like to fade pitchers making their return from injury as well. So I probably would take depending on the number, I probably would take the Braves. I know it's sacrilegious of me for taking them, but, Chris Sale, I got to tip my cap. He has looked good in his last 2 starts. I guess my question is, can the Braves get him the run support he needs to win the game? That's the thing. I think Chris Sale will do fine, especially the Cubs offense is kind of cooled down as well. So I probably would take the Braves depending on the price. Probably nothing more of a minus 140, minus 145. I don't want to take anything above that. But, I probably would take the Cubs. I want to fade Jameson Taillon in his first start back. And he struggled on the road prior to him getting hurt. So, I probably would take the Braves here at home.
Okay. Next game up is 7:40 Eastern. The Tampa Bay Rays, the Chicago White Sox. Ryan Pepiot going for the Rays. White Sox TBD. I think it's going to be Jonathan Cannon going for the White Sox. Unfortunately, this is another one off the board. This is the last one, so we can get stuck into the next 3. D-Rock, did you have much for the Rays at the White Sox?
Yeah, I think it might be Sean Burke for the White Sox, who, let's be honest, the White Sox have been quite feisty as of late. And if it is Sean Burke and Ryan Pepiot, I only made the Rays a minus 140 favorite. Mal, if we get another big price for Chicago, I feel like we have to take them again. Back-to-back solid wins for them, series, against the Twins and the Tigers. Rays aren't playing the best baseball. They just got swept against Cleveland. Bats have kind of died down a little bit as well. They scored 3 runs in 3 games against Cleveland. So, yeah, I probably would take the White Sox here at home. At home is really where you want to back Chicago. So anything over a minus 140, I'll be on the White Sox.
I mean, Jonathan Cannon's completely lost it, but if you're telling me it's Sean Burke, the problem with Burke is he doesn't go enough length into the game. So he can pitch really well. He strikes out a ton of batters, pitches really well, but then has to turn it over for over 5 innings of work from the White Sox bullpen. And that's still an absolute shit show, unfortunately. So inevitably, the opposition claw their way back into the game and normally pass them and win. And I think that's probably what will happen here. Pepiot's been fine. He's been good, in fact. 3 consecutive 5-inning scoreless games, 3 wins. His last 6 starts have all been very, very good. And I've just outlined what you're going to get from Sean Burke. He'll be okay. The White Sox might have a lead, 1 or 2 runs, or it might be all square through 3 or 4. The bullpen will then come in and blow it, and the Rays will get them beat. So I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays here, D-Rock. Keon is chatting about Texas. He wants the Texas Rangers. He thinks they're going to chase down Seattle and Houston in that divisional race. So a little bit of future action there for Keon on the Texas Rangers. 8:40 Eastern, first pitch is the Cincinnati Reds at the San Diego Padres. Andrew Abbott, left-handed pitcher for the Reds, takes on Nick Pivetta for the Padres. Minus 165, San Diego. Plus 140, Cincinnati total. 7.5. Andrew Abbott is another one to me who's starting to look slightly tired. 3 consecutive losses in which he's given up 13 earned runs. Pivetta is solid. He's given up maximum 2 earned in 11 of his last 12 starts. Manny Machado and Xander Bogaerts are hot against left-handed pitching. The Reds have lost 7 of their last 8 road games, which isn't ideal. 3-game winning streak for the Padres with 22 runs scored. I think the Padres could do a proper job on them here. I'm going to take the Padres' first 5 run line. Pivetta locks them down. 3 or 4. This is going to be 4-0 through 5 innings here. Padres' first 5 run line to them.
You know what they say, great minds think alike. That is exactly what I have.
I thought this. We never picked that. I picked it. Go on, mate.
No, I was just going to say, I know we never really do, but I felt like this was a tough game to handicap, but Padres first 5 minus a half. I just think Nick Pivetta is too good at home for the Padres. 8-1 straight up, 2.39 ERA. Batters only hitting 173 off of him in San Diego. He goes long into games, not like the guy we just talked about. And truthfully, the Reds aren't scoring a bunch of runs either. The offense does take a dip when it's on the road, and I just feel like they're going to have a hard time getting to Nick Pivetta, whereas you mentioned it to start your handicap. Andrew Abbott looks like a guy who's just tired. He hasn't looked himself the past 3 starts, and I think the Padres will get to him at home, so I'm going to eliminate the bullpens. I like the Padres first 5.
Nice. Penultimate game here, 9:40 Eastern, St. Louis Cardinals at the Seattle Mariners. It will be, what's his first name? Michael McGreevy for the Cardinals, taking on Logan Gilbert of the Mariners. Minus 230 Seattle. That's skinny. Plus 190 St. Louis. And the total is 7.5. D-Rock, minus 230. Do anything for you?
Yeah, based on pure value, I think we got to take the Cardinals. I only made the Mariners a minus 180 favorite. Minus 230 with Logan Gilbert is crazy to me, Mal. Logan Gilbert's good, don't get me wrong, but he is hittable. I think the Cardinals might be able to get a few runs off of him early on, and if McGeevy pitches the way he has been on the road, the Cardinals are alive. 4-0 on the road this year for him, 2.70 ERA. The Cardinals have won all 5 of his road starts this season. He's only allowed more than 2 runs on the road 1 time. Plus 194 is insane. Give me St. Louis.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dirk. My pick's actually the under, but again, of the 2 sides, there's only one course of action here. It's a low total. We're expecting low variance game. Not much in it. One swing of the bat could change this, because McGreevy, although he was lit up last time at the Giants, is capable of throwing a decent start. And actually, they're normally on the road. 5 starts, 2.7 ERA, 4-0 record. Can't argue with that. Gilbert has been very good at home. 11 starts, 2.15 ERA. So Seattle should win, but they're far too short in a low-scoring game. I'll take the under 7.5. But yeah, I agree with you. Cardinals at plus 190. D-Rock. And the final game, we've got an even bigger favourite here. It is here, Cowboy time. 10:10 Eastern first pitch between the Colorado Rockies and the LA Dodgers. 2 left-handed pitchers go to the mound in Kyle Freeland for the Rockies, and the Dodgers will throw Blake Snell. Minus 350. The Dodgers, the Rockies are plus 275, and the total is at 8.5. Kyle Freeland went 8 scoreless against the Padres last time. I've no idea how you're supposed to predict what Kyle Freeland's going to do. 12 starts in Dodger Stadium, a 4.07 ERA, which isn't terrible. You might well keep them competitive here. Snell struggled last time at Pittsburgh, and he has looked likely to give up a few runs in every start. He still walks far too many batters. Was it 5 last time? Now, the Dodgers have very much had the Rockies number here. They've won 8 of the last 9 against Colorado. But I'm going to fade Blake Snell. So I like a Colorado team total. I think we can see some runs. But at these prices, D-Rock, I'm going to have a go at Colorado here. I'll take the Rockies. Hunter Goodman is going to fire them to glory. I'll take the Rockies at plus 275.
Yeah, let's end it with another total. I feel like I've given so many totals. Under 8.5. My total came out to a flat 8. We just saw the first game of this series the other night go under this total. I think that the final score was 3-1. The Dodgers' last 5 games have all gone under this total as well. Now they're throwing Blake Snell, who he's been nails at home for LA this season. 1.78 ERA. He's only allowed more than 2 runs one time. Rockies don't hit well away from cores and against lefties. They're only hitting around 239. They're last in the league in runs per game on the road, averaging 2.90. I just think we see another low-scoring game. Dodgers win 4-1.
Sorry, you finished really abruptly then, and I was on my other page scanning for home run hitters, Dylan, because it's nearly that time.
I got one easy.
Oh, okay. Smart ass. Lead us off with your lock and dog then, Dylan, and I'll keep looking.
All right. So for my lock, I really wanted to go with the Padres, honestly, first 5, but I am not. I am going to take... I'll take the under. We just talked about it. I'll take the under in the Dodgers Rockies. I think we see a low scoring game in LA with Blake Snell on the mound. Under 8.5 is my lock. For my dog, I gave out a lot of plus money, but I am actually going to take the Yankees. Yankees minus 1.5. I just think with Carlos Rodon at home, he's been amazing at home. They're clearly the better lineup as well. Going up against a bad pitcher like Jack Flaherty, who's just very inconsistent. I think they'll be able to get to him. So, yeah, I'll take the Yankees on the run line plus 122 as my dog.
Okay. My lock is got to be that total in the Nationals-Marlins game. Sat with my coffee in bed this morning and watched 20-plus runs. Irvin gives up loads of everything. Perez, similar. Washington, streaky hot bats. Over 8.5 looks a lock. And the underdog... I'm going to have to go to one of these last 2 games here and take... I've got a sensible one, which is the Astros. And then I've got 2 silly ones, which are the Cardinals and the Rockies. I'll go for the sensible one. Houston, plus 110. I don't mind Alexander. He's steady away. Berrios looks a little bit vulnerable to me. Pushed back a day from Tuesday. So I'll take Alexander and the Astros, plus 110 as an underdog. And my home run play, well, you were confident, Dylan. Did you have this lined up before the show started?
No, I just said it.
Okay, come on then. What you got?
Juan Soto over Christopher Sanchez. Lefty on lefty crime. Juan Soto should be the MVP of the league. He's a generational player. Yeah, give me Juan Soto. He's going to destroy one tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to this game that's going to have 20-plus runs because then it's easier to find a home run hitter. So I'm going to take on Jake Irvin, who very much gives up the long ball for the Nationals, which means we are looking for a Miami Marlin. And the Miami Marlin is going to be the cleanup man, Otto Lopez. Has 14 home runs on the season already this season and can add to that on Wednesday. So I'll take Otto Lopez for the Marlins. Keon Neon reckons that pitchers are better on the road because they can indulge in mistresses, which is a bold claim. So, yeah, nice theory, Keon Neon. D-Rock, any thoughts on mistresses on the road for you?
No comment on that.
Wise.
Yeah. I am. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Mate, it's 11 p.m.
Sorry. I keep fucking up. 3 years now, and I should know this.
I can tell you what I had because it was quite. Mate, this is fancy. This I had a bed of rice with jalapenos and a little bit of like tangy cheese, and on top of that, I had a piece of smoked haddock. Dylan, what do you think of that?
That sounds actually fantastic.
You see, bosh.
Yeah.
What are you having?
I'm gonna hopefully have some breaded chicken and some pasta, maybe some garlic bread.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Get the carbs into you.
Oh my God, get some meat in me. Oh my God, fantastic. Hopefully watch another Mets loss tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to watch a little bit. Oh, there's some football on, actually. I'm going to watch Venezuela and Colombia.
What time do you usually go to sleep?
I normally watch about 1 a.m. So the games will start, the 7 p.m. games here is midnight. So I'll normally watch the first 3 innings of a game. Lonte's got me betting the first 3 inning lines now. So at least I can go to bed whether I know, like I needed another D-Gen activity. So I bet the first 3 innings, watch the first 3 innings of a game. And then either go on tilt
or like Scott.
go to bed a winner. Scott doesn't sleep.
No, Scott sends me Instagram DMs at 4 a.m, and I get up at 6:30 for work. I'm like, this kid what are you doing at 4 a.m?
He sleeps like a fish. He sleeps for 45 seconds every 3 hours.
Oh my God.
Just standing up. Right, okay then. Absolute nonsense. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone who joined us in the chat. I think there's a few winners in there. That was a tricky card. We had a few big dogs and the favourites. There was too many short price favourites that I didn't really want to give out. But we'll be okay, D-Rock. I'm back tomorrow with probably Lonte. Are you kicking around tomorrow?
No, I'm off tomorrow. I got the hard schedule on Thursday.
I got me and Lonte on the easy shift. Beautiful. So, yeah, same time tomorrow at 10 p.m. my time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, if anybody wants to join us in YouTube. Otherwise, we do appreciate everyone listening. Like, comment, review, 5-star, all of that nonsense. Good luck with your bets, and we will see you down